emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. Welcome to the Final Order Report, where we bring you a hand-picked selection of comics and graphic novels before they head to print and quantities are finalized. I'm Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop and your last chance to subscribe or special order before the final order deadline this Monday, January 20th at noon. These titles will be hitting our shelves as soon as February 12th. Green Brain Comics and the Final Order Report are powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online or download the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account or access your existing account to order and pay securely online, ensuring you never miss an issue. Today I'll be using Comichub to showcase items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel. Let me give you a quick look around. Once you sign into Comichub, you will see the following banners for side items. That's everything's in the store for you currently, waiting for you to pay for and pick up or ship. Behind the green banner are all the carousels we will be looking at today. Let's open that up. You'll see at the top, this is preview pages for some upcoming books in PDF form. Below that, there's a carousel for orders due Sunday. That's pretty much everything we're going to be looking at today. These carousels, by the way, turn left to right in this view. Below that is next Wednesday's items. This is everything that's coming in Wednesday, January 22nd. For your entertainment. Below that is a couple of event carousels. We got one for Deadpool versus Spider-Man and one for One World Under Doom. Ooh, also X-Manhunt. Bunch of Marvel stuff happening. So let's head back up to the orders due Sunday. That's the Last Call Carousel. Once you expand that, we now scroll top to bottom. We also have filters for alphanumeric, and above that, drop downs for publisher, category, brand, etc. We got all kinds of ways and tools for you to find the things that you're looking for. So let's start out with a little bit of news, something I'd like to talk to you about. That's not the one. That's the one. You may have heard recently the announcement that Diamond Comics Distribution has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. This is bankruptcy protection to restructure its business operations. Rest assured, this news does not affect our commitment to bring you the best in comics and graphic novels every week. We've been proactive in adapting to changes in the industry, and we've already diversified our distribution channels to ensure we can meet your needs. If there are any delays or changes in availability, we promise to keep you informed every step of the way. We're staying in close contact with all of our distribution partners to minimize disruptions and continue offering a wide variety of titles. This is a challenging time for the comic book world, but with your support, we can help keep it vibrant and thriving. Your pre-orders and continued engagement mean more than ever in ensuring that the stories you love stay on our shelves. Now's a great time to place your pre-orders or let us know about titles you're excited for so we can ensure they're in stock for you. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, we're here to help. Reach out or stop by the store anytime. We're happy to answer your questions. We're confident in the future of comics and the strength of Green Brain Comics community. Together, we'll keep feeding your brain with the best in comics. So just a quick little PSA on the ongoing situation. We have had some issues with delays from Diamond Comics. Hopefully those will be getting straightened out as the holiday disruptions even out, and the weather hopefully evens out as well. So we'll keep you posted. In the meantime, we've got plenty of comics coming in for you Wednesday. And we've got plenty of things to look at today, because we're first going to look at final order report for new printings. And first up in new printings this week is Geiger 11. I think I grabbed the wrong one. Oh, phooey. Oh well, there it is. Geiger 10 Geiger number 10 gets a second printing. This features the return of Junkyard Dog and Junkyard Joe, pardon me, and the first tantalizing cameo of the Glowing Woman. This new cover is brought to you by Gary Frank. Is on FOC this weekend and will be available on February 12th. Also from Image, we get a second printing of Lucky Devils number 1. This features a brand new cover by Maria Wolf. A pretty awesome cover by Maria Wolf. Let's look at that. Oh, look, it's all saliva-y. Lucky Devils number 1, second printing, available on February 12th. From DC Comics, we get a whole bunch of new printings of the Absolute series. They go out of print before they hit the shelf, folks, and these new printings are being whipped up to get you up to date in time for the next new issue. Absolute Batman number 1, 5th printing, due in on February 12th with this Jim Lee recolored cover. A third printing for number 2. A second printing for number 3. Very sought after at this point. A third printing for Absolute Superman number 1 with this Jim Lee cover. A second printing of Absolute Superman 2. A fourth printing of Absolute Wonder Woman number 1 with this Jim Lee cover. A third printing of number 2. And a second printing of number 3 for Absolute Wonder Woman. All of these new printings drop on February 12th. If you are interested in any and want to make sure that you get your copy, please do get your order in by this Monday at 12. We get a new printing of New Gods number 2. This second printing features one of the variant covers from the first printing by Evan Cagle, who does interiors. And we get a foil variant of one of his covers as well. Unfortunately, this isn't a second printing of the second issue. We could use that too. Hopefully there'll be words on that soon. Okay, next up in second printing, new printing for All New Venom number 2 with this Adam Kubert recolored cover. Joshua Cassara's recolored cover for Deadpool Wolverine number 1, second print. A blank cover for Magic number 1, second print. And a Dyke Ruin cover for Magic number 1, second print. Available on February 19th from Marvel Comics. Also from Marvel, a second print of New Champions number 1. And a second print for Ultimate Wolverine number 1. That also features a blank cover for second print from Marvel Comics. That wraps up our focus on regular new printings. Now let's take a quick look at a few facsimiles. We get one for Batman 610 from Jim Lee. And that gets a foil cover as well. Now let's see how that shows up. It doesn't really show up that well. Let's try this. Nope. All right. X-Men 132 gets a facsimile edition. That cover is pretty iconic for me. Classic John Byrne art featuring the Hellfire Club sound trouncing of the X-Men in their first face-to-face. Classic X-Men from Chris Claremont and John Byrne in this facsimile new printing. And that wraps it up for new printings. Now let's take a look at second issues. First up in second issues is Howl #2. This series from Ahoy Comics and created by Alyssa Quitney with art by Morissette, who did this cover. The first issue actually is debuting today at Green Brain Comics. We have had one of the earlier noted delays from Diamond Comics, and it was just a couple days late. We got it now. It should be all on the store. It should be all on the shelf now. We thank you for your patience. Oh, also, need to fix this. I gotta do it live. It's officially fixed. All right, Howl #2 is set to drop on February 19th from Ahoy Comics. Also get a second print of Zootopia #2, which also debuts this week. A second issue of Behemoth from Dark Horse Comics. This was my pick of the week this week. The first issue dropped from writer Grant Spatore and artist Jay Martin. Interesting twist on kaiju stories from Dark Horse Comics. We also get a second issue of Death of Copra from Michelle Fife. Lucky Devils #2. And over at DC Comics, we get a second issue for Aquaman. That new series from Jeremy Adams with art by John Timms. Got a couple from Marvel, including a second issue from Infinity Watch featuring Phil Coulson, a.k.a. Death himself. Look at him. He's even got a death pin on his lapel. Infinity Watch #2. And Ultimate Wolverine #2 to match up with that Ultimate Wolverine #1 second print on FOC this week from writer Chris Condon and artist Alessandro Cappuccio. That's gonna be an iconic cover, I have a feeling. That's pretty good. Okay, that does it for second issues. Let's take a deeper dive into first issues. We got a whole bunch of them this week, folks. And let's kick off with some small press darlings, the Powerpuff Girls. They're back with this one-shot, a seasonal one-shot called Valentine's Kissy Face Special #1 from writer Paulina Gunacho with art by Savannah Gunacho. This is a 40-page one-shot for $5.99 with this cover by Paulina. Got a B cover by Nicoletta Baldari, which is amazing. I totally love this art. Yeah. And the C cover for Powerpuff Girls Valentine's Kissy Face Special #1. Available on February 12th with all those different swell covers. Over at Dark Horse Comics, we get a debut of a new series from Cullen Bunn and one of his earlier colleagues, Danny Luckert. From the co-creator of Six Gun and Harrow County comes a new action horror superhero event that ties into the hit Beyond Mortal series. Why am I hearing about this so late? In a world rife with crime, horror, and bloodshed, Jump Scare is the hero we deserve. All right. Yeah. Strong, fast, violent, and able to conjure any weapon from any horror movie she's seen. And she's seen a lot of horror movies. Jump scare hacks her way through ne'er-do-wells and monsters alike. Not only is she the bloodiest hero of Empire City, she is the most popular. No wonder her enemies want her dead. Jump scare number 1 from Cullen Bunn and Danny Luckert with that very cool Danny Luckert cover. Look at all those fun details. Can almost see her brain. Next up from Mad Cave Studios, we get this Valentine's Day one-shot Dick Tracy story. This is from Michael Morrissey, Steve Orlando, Alex Segura, Brent Schonauer, and Craig Cermak, with this cover by Geraldo Borges and that cover by Paulina Guneshow. When a string of murders occurs on the set of a romantic film filming in the city, Dick Tracy is on the case. And you can be on the case right now. Put your orders in before Monday. Over at Oni Press, we get this new 4-issue miniseries from Eisner and Harvey Award-nominated writer Justin Jordan and #1 best-selling artist Chris Sheehan, as they throw a brass-knuckled gut punch of revenge, horror, torn from the forgotten corners of Appalachia, where magic and murder go hand in hand. Harley Creed is a bad man. He used to be worse. A violent ex-con with a string of brutal crimes in his past. He only wanted one thing when he finally walked free from prison: to leave Briar Falls, West Virginia, and disappear forever. But Harley's hometown has a strange way of swallowing people whole. Call it a coincidence of the lower level folk magic that has permeated his darkest corners for generations. And now that Harley has returned, pent up vengeance for his past crimes is about to come roaring back. Mine is a long, lonesome grave from writer Justin Jordan, with art by Chris Sheehan, with this Chris Sheehan cover. We get a B cover by Matthew Roberts. And this C cover from Kelsey Ramsey. This is Mine is a Long, Lonesome Grave. Available on February 12th. Get your orders in. Sorry, got to adjust the studio here. It's misbehaving. All right. Next up from Titan Publishing, we get this Savage Sword of Conan #7. That's right, folks. This isn't just first issues. This is first issues of new stories in long running, or sometimes just a year-old series. Roy Thomas returns to Conan. The Savage Sword of Conan begins its barbaric second year, from Heroic Signatures and Titan Comics, featuring the return of the legendary writer Roy Thomas, with artist Roberto De La Torre, for a ferocious Conan tale. A mysterious Bellet story with writer Joseph Pruitt and artist Goran Parlov. Behind-the-scenes look at Conan's upcoming appearance in NetherRealm's Mortal Kombat #1, Mortal Kombat 1 video game, maybe? Tantalizing covers from Alex Horley, as you see before you, and Sean Joyce. An array of incredible pinups and more. Issue 7 kicks off with a second year of Savage Sword of Conan in stunning style. Check out this Sean Joyce cover. Also in Virgin format, this is Savage Sword of Conan #7. Over at IDW, we get this debut series from... it looks like a anthology. Okay, check this out. Godzilla is coming to America, and its first stop, Chicago. Join a star-studded crew of Chicago comics creators through 4 epic stories through the Windy City. The L Train experiences its worst delays yet. Godzilla interrupts a major sporting event. And a new Chicago-based superhero reaches the end of her rope. This issue features a superstar lineup of creators, including Tim Seeley, Mike Costa, Ryan Brown, Carolyn Cash, and Ezra Clayton Daniels. Join us at the start of a new anthology series that follows Godzilla across the United States. From IDW, this is Godzilla vs. America with this Ryan Brown cover, Destroying Chicago. And this other cover by Tim Seeley himself. This is Godzilla vs. Chicago. Also from IDW, we get this new arc over at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles story. New series artist Juan Ferreira joins writer Jason Aaron to turn the volume up to maximum with this explosive second arc of the all-new era of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let me get a look at that pizza. Yeah. The family reunion hasn't gone quite as planned for the Turtles. Even if they could put their sibling feuds aside, there's no time for the brothers. There's no time for the brothers to celebrate. Hunted by a new foot-enhanced police force led by the relentless DA Hieronymus Hale, the Turtle brothers must endure their worst gut punch yet. New York City is no longer safe for the TMNT, forcing the mutant heroes to take drastic measures, relocating to the sewers of New Jersey, with, of course, ongoing series writer Jason Aaron, welcoming new series artist Juan Ferreira. We got this A cover by Jorge Fornes, a Kevin Eastman cover, hopefully eventually, and this C cover by Juan Ferreira himself. That's amazing. Totally love that. And a D cover by Juan Ferreira. Oh, this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 7, a new story arc. Great to jump on now. Also from Image Comics and from Jason Aaron, this brand new 6-issue miniseries with artist Mahmoud Asrar. Bug Wars. Yeah, let's do that. Slade's Slaymaker is a kid from Alabama suddenly lost in a vicious world beyond his imaginings. A world of marauding ant armies, spell-casting spider witches, and beetle-riding barbarians. A kingdom of tiny but deadly warriors hidden in his own backyard. The same world that saw his father eaten alive by insects now plunges young Slade into the middle of a brutal bug war to decide the fate of his family. From the superstar team of writer Jason Aaron and artist Mahmoud Asrar comes the oversized debut of a dark fantasy epic for the ages. Yeah, Bug Wars number 1. This is a 6-issue miniseries dropping on February 12th. It's also got this creepy Peach Momoko cover. Got a blank sketch cover. All for Bug Wars number 1. That's gonna be my pick of the week. Get out of my way. Also from Image, we get a new one-shot from Creepshow. This called Creepshow in Love, Romance plus Creepshow. This 3-course special is for all the lonely hearts out there. First, murderous Mirka Andolfo spins a horrifying yarn about the Valentine's Day killer. Then, petrifying Patrick Horvath concocts a love potion for a cursed Casanova. And on. This is Creepshow in Love, a one-shot of this very popular legacy anthology with a Chris Burnham cover on a A, and this Mirka Andolfo cover on B. Be Mine. Creep Show. And lastly, from Image Comics, we get The Hive. This is a new series from A.J. Lieberman with art by Mike Henderson. I love the solicit on this one. Straight to the point. Sex, violence, and bees. Welcome to The Hive. Number 1 drops on February 12th from A.J. Lieberman and Mike Henderson. And that does it for the smaller press. Oh, pardon me. It does it for the smaller press. Let's jump into DC Comics with this one-shot spinning out of DC vs. Vampire World War Fee. Darkness and light. Two sides of the same story. Shown here in one incredible special. Wonder Woman, child of Themyscira, turned vampire, and Alfred, butler of the Waynes, turned Green Lantern. Their past couldn't be any different, but for each, chance encounter will force them to re-examine what it means to survive in a world ruled by darkness. Showcasing two sides of the same story, this double feature special issue illustrates how anger and violence can break you or fuel you. How it can be ruin or salvation. Got a couple different stories from Matthew Rosenberg with art by Nicola Zamesha and Daniel Bayliss. We got this cover by Otto Schmidt, Edwin Galman. Also Edwin Galman. Huh? Sure. Cool. Oh, they're connecting. I get it. And all on this DC vs. Vampire World War V Darkness and Light one-shot. Available on February 12th. Ooh, here's a one-shot for you. Another one-shot for all those Green Lantern fans. There's a bunch of them out there. This is the Green Lantern Corps as they return with a brand new ongoing series. The Corps is back and just in time. Eyes up here, soldier. And just in time for the deadly new Fractured Spectrum saga to kick into full gear. Join the newly formed Green Lantern Corps as they head out into the galaxy in order to stop Sorrow and his master from creating a power battery. John Stewart, Kyle Rayner, Jessica Cruz, Guy Gardner, Joe Mulane, and all your favorite lanterns are back in the most incredible ensemble cast this side of the cosmos. All brought to you by the great galactic creative team of Jeremy Adams, Morgan Hampton, and Fernando Pescerin, with this cover by Fernando Pescerin. A Dave Wilkins cover that's very nice. Ariel Olivetti on C. Keep in mind these are cardstock covers for $1 extra. A Nathan Jurdy cardstock variant and a foil variant for $6.99, all for this Green Lantern Corps, with a blank stock variant. This is Green Lantern Corps number 1, available on February 12th. And that wraps up our spotlight on number 1s from DC Comics. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Few of you have been waiting for. We're going to look at some Star Wars. You ready? First issue in the prequel era. This is Star Wars Jedi Knights. It begins here. Marvel's first series, focusing on the guardians of peace and justice in the galaxy. The Jedi Knights, featuring your favorite Jedi like Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda, and Mace Windu, alongside brand new Jedi sure to become fan favorites. And who is the mysterious new villain targeting Qui-Gon Jinn? This is written by Mark Guggenheim with this wraparound cover by Raza. And we got some other covers by Dan Jurgens, Giuseppe Camuncoli, a John Tyler Christopher action figure cover, a Ramon Rosales foil cover. This will probably be priced at $10 if you're interested. And this Torrin Clark lightsaber variant for Star Wars Jedi Knights. Ooh, pardon me. One more variant by Yasmin Putri for Women's History Month. Available on March 5th from Marvel Comics. Star Wars Jedi Knights. And one more thing from the Star Wars universe. What scares the Jedi? Oh, this is a Halloween special. New York Times bestselling author Cavan Scott returns with artist Marika Cresta for the galaxy-shattering final arc of Star Wars The High Republic, as fighting with the Nihil Occlusion Zone intensifies. Jedi Master Keeve Trennis is set upon a path that will change her life forever. Guest starring the Acolytes Wookiee Jedi Master Kelnica alongside fan favorite characters from Star Wars, the High Republic novels, audio dramas, and comics. With this Phil Noto cover on a Carlo Pagualin cover, Mateus Mananini Black History Month cover, all for Star Wars The High Republic Fear of the Jedi #1, kicking off on February 19th. All right. The home stretch, folks. This is all the Marvel titles. #1s for this week on FOC. Due on Monday. Home stretch. I gotta warm my fingers up. It's cold down here. 3 levels below Green Brain. Yeah. Doom Academy. Let's see. We got the first issue of One World Under Doom FOC'd last week. Now the spin-off begins on force. Doom Patrol #1. Doom Academy #1. I knew I was going to make that mistake. Self-fulfilling. Did you know that Strange Academy would be the same in the world with Dr. Doom as Sorcerer Supreme? No. It is now Doom Academy. Did I read that right? Did you know this? Yeah, anyways. Relocated from New Orleans to Latveria, the best magic school in the world just got better, according to some. It's the start of the second year for Strange Academy students, and you know that things will not go as planned. We got a host of covers. On a cover is Pablo Villalobos. Ooh, a very nice cover indeed, too. His mask is a little bit too smooth. It needs rivets. A B cover from Ron Lim. Ryan Brown. There it is. Little tarnish on that. There it is. Some rivets. A few more rivets, Orion. And Wu Chul Lee on Doom Academy #1. Available on February 19th. From Mackenzie Cadenhead writing with art by Pasquale Ferry, who just did the art on that last Doctor Strange run. That was good. All right. Oh, yeah, I just jumped ahead there. Sorry, folks. All right. Another spin-off of Doom on One World Under Doom. We got Thunderbolts Doomstrike. Revolution or rebellion, like lightning. Doom took over the world, and Bucky Barnes helped him do it. To atone for his unwitting role in Doom's triumph, Bucky assembles a team with one goal: burn it all down. But when Bucky's saboteurs, including Black Widow and Songbird, launch a no-holds-barred campaign to tear Doom's empire apart, Doom decides to prove what? Yeah. Doom decides to prove that revolution ends in blood. We got a cover by Lionel Francis Yu, a B cover by Ivan Tao. This is written by Colin Kelly with interior art by Tommaso Bianchi. This is Thunderbolts Doomstrike #1. Ooh, a couple more titles, both tying directly into One World Under Doom. Let's kick it off with X Factor number 7, pardon me. This is a brand new storyline from the ongoing series. There's a new man in charge. Angel returns to lead X Factor, just as Emperor Doom will lead the world to glory. But in the utopic domain of the magnanimous Doom, what could X Factor's mission be? And what could bring them to a small nation on the island of Genosha? Great questions. Written by Mark Russell with art by Bob Quinn, and this cover by Greg Land. Got a B cover from Ken Lashley, Black History Month variant, a Mark Brooks animated style variant, and an RB Silva connecting variant for X Factor number 7, tying in with One World Under Doom, available on February 19th. Okay, and finally, this debut series, spinning out of One World Under Doom, Wolverine, Deadpool, Cable, Chamber, Thunderbird, go! Together on their own X-Team for the very first time. Hey, what's up? All in an extra-sized first issue. When a high-stakes mutant rescue mission from the ultimate global hotspot exposes the true enemy, possibly from within, an all-new team of all-action icons suddenly find themselves forged in fire. And the official policy is no mercy allowed. Brought to you by returning ex-writer Joe Casey and acclaimed artist Chris Cross, except no substitutes. This is the one you didn't even know you were waiting for. This is the real thing. This is Weapon X-Men with this Alex Ross cover. For real. Get a Weapon X-Men Mark Brooks animated style variant. The Steve Scroce variant, which is pretty sweet. They look so angry. They're like, I want to be in Youngblood so bad. All for Weapon X-Men number 1, available on February 19th from Marvel Comics, written by Joe Casey with art by Chris Cross. Yeah. And that wraps up our spotlight on number 1s. We got a little bit more, folks. Let's start off with some... I guess I could have led into it a little bit better than just screwing that up. All right. Let's go into... Hey, it's time for events. We've got so many events happening, folks. We want you to be a part of them all. Our first event coming up right there. No, let's try that. Is Brain Candy number 64. It's coming up this Monday, January 20th, Martin Luther King Day, inside Green Brain Comics. This program is absolutely free and brought to you by the Emerging Writers Network. We have presentations and readings and performances from visual artist Mila Lin, poetry from Robert Laidler, the music of George Montrell, and prose from returning writer Denise R. Irvin. This all happens on Monday, January 20th at 7 p.m. inside Green Brain Comics. This free show is brought to you by the creators, the performers, and the Emerging Writers Network. Brain Candy number 64. I make a good Dr. Doom there, don't I? Anyways, hey, Brain Scan is our live stream preview of New Comic Day on the eve of New Comic Day itself. Join us Tuesday nights live at 6:30 right here on YouTube for Brain Scan. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. We're going to be celebrating New Comic Day on Wednesday, January 22nd. We've got a bunch of new series kicking off and lots of exciting, great comics going to be waiting for you on Wednesday, January 22nd. All right, let me go back here. No. I'll do that. That'll probably work. Sure, that'll work. I did that. All right. I'm pretty excited about this one. There we are. It's our Valentine's Day drink and draw. Our bi-monthly drink and draw event returns to Downey Brewing Company Friday, February 14th. That's right, Valentine's Day. Come on by Downey Brewing Company. Join a cadre of local artists, creators, beer enthusiasts, and pals. This event is hosted by Blick Art Materials, Green Brain Comics, and Downey Brewing Company. You can find out more information about Downey Brewing Company at downeybrewing.com. And thank you so much for joining me on Final Order Report this week. I come at you every Friday afternoon at 5 p.m. with this last-minute info on all the books going to print and giving you your last chance, your final chance to get your orders in for all those cool variants and all that stuff. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I did the diamond thing. I did that. All right. We did that. All right, so just remember the deadline for the final order cutoff is Monday at noon. That is January 20th. Please confirm your order in your cart before the deadline. Thank you for joining me for the Final Order Report. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are at Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Blue Sky. All the links to our shopping cart, website, and Comic Hub are below in the description. Music for this episode provided by Brainstem Productions. We are spreading the love of comic books and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. In our 40th year. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Not Green Brain Packers. Green Brain Comics. One more time. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.